Let's talk Tanya for the 16th of Elul. In yesterday's Tanya, we explained how every single year when it comes along Rosh Hashanah, there's a new light, a new energy that enters the world, the energy that comes from Chachma, from God's wisdom, which creates all of the worlds and gives life to all of the creations, is renewed every single year on Rosh Hashanah. It's a new energy and a higher energy every single year. And with this, we can understand the verse that we started exploring in yesterday's Tanya. Tamid einei Hashem Elokecha ba mereishis hashana vad achar shana, which means that the eyes of God are constantly upon it, upon the land, from the beginning of the year till the end of the year. So first of all, when we're talking about eyes, the eyes of God, eyes are a reference to Chachma, to wisdom. In fact, when the Torah talks about the sages of the generation, it calls them einei ha'eda, the eyes of the congregation. And that's because Chachma, wisdom, for reasons that are beyond what we're talking about today, but we've talked about this in the past. Chachma is the idea of perception, of being open to something outside of you, and therefore eyesight is a metaphor for wisdom. So Einei Hashem Elokecha ba, the eyes of God are upon the land, means that God's Chachma, the light of God's Chachma, enters the land, which is the land of Israel, and by the way, through the land of Israel, the entire world, but it is Mereishis Hashana vad achar shana, from the beginning of the year till the end of the year. It's not forever, because the energy that enters comes specifically for 1 year, and after that year, that energy expires, and a higher energy enters the following year. Which the Alter Rebbe points out interestingly, if you look in the Torah, in this pasuk, when it says Mereishis Hashana, from the beginning of the year, Reishis is usually written Reish, Aleph, Shin, Yud, Saf. But over here, the Aleph is missing. It's written Reish, Shin, Yud, Saf. Why is the Aleph missing? The Aleph obviously represents God. Reishis Hashana, at the beginning of the year, the Aleph is missing, the Aleph is concealed because the divine energy withdraws from the world in preparation for the bringing down of even higher energy into this world. And with this, the Alter Rebbe is turning to the Chassidim and saying, I know that you gave charity last year, I know you gave 2 years ago and 3 years ago, and maybe now you're saying, oh, it's just routine and I'm losing my excitement in this. However, the Alter Rebbe is saying, if you are in tune and in touch with the spiritual energies that enter this world, this year is not the same as last year. It's not the same as 2 years ago. Everything is new. Everything is renewed. And not only is it new, but the energies are greater and higher energy. So not only should you be giving tzedakah with the same excitement as last year, but you should be giving tzedakah with a greater excitement and be giving more tzedakah than last year, because the light which is present in this world is greater and is higher. This is true about tzedakah, obviously also true about all areas of life. When we're talking about serving God, we have to realize that every single year, it's a new year, whether it's Rosh Hashanah, whether it's Yom Kippur, whether it's Pesach or Sukkot or any other mitzvah we're doing, we have to try to stay in tune with the greater, higher energy that enters every single year, and therefore constantly increasing in our service of Hashem and in our excitement to serve Hashem, along with the increasing energy that we experience every single year. With this, we have concluded this letter. Tomorrow, we start chapter 15. And for a change, it's not going to be on the topic of charity. Instead, it's going to be a rather lengthy exploration of the 10 divine attributes.